So I've been playing video games for a really long time. I remember the PS2 was kind of my safe space back in the day. And honestly, gaming has still always been that escape for me. So when I heard that my favorite game of all time was now free to play on PC, fully ported in 1080p, I had to get on it. Now, this game did come out 21 years ago. God, I feel old. And video games have progressed tremendously over the past 2 decades. However, I have still yet to play another single player game that has given me that same dopamine rush and feeling that this one has. So when I got the news, I did what every other normal human being would do. I downloaded it in 2023 and played it to completion in a singular sitting. And I can still confidently say that Jak and Daxter, the Precursor Legacy, is still the best game of all time. Now the game starts off with our mute protagonist and his little friend stumbling upon a villainous plot. While unsure of the extent of this plot, it doesn't look good. That's when Daxter accidentally falls into a pit of dark eco, turning him into an even more punchable looking Ottsel. Yes, a hybrid of an otter and a weasel. Who comes up with this shit? So to turn him back, you have to travel throughout the land, collecting precursor orbs, fighting monsters, and most importantly, raising up Kira. Most importantly, collecting power cells. Now, power cells run the world in this game. Enough power cells unlock levels and pathways, ultimately bringing the duo to their final destination, all while channeling the various forms of eco introduced to help them along their quest. You got blue eco to attract loot and increase speed, green eco to heal, yellow eco to shoot projectiles, and that juicy red eco for a power boost. While on their travels, it's pretty clear something bigger is going on. Those villains from the opening, Gol and Maya, seem to be channeling dark eco to be able to take over the world.
And all the dark eco of the world will be ours!
And it's only with the help of all 4 sages of eco that you can stop their plan. Now that we understand the plot, let's get into why this game was years ahead of its time. To put it into perspective, this game came out the same year as Luigi's Mansion, a similar style collectathon game by the powerhouse Nintendo. And it's clear by playing both that not only are the animations way better, but the story and immersive feel is not even comparable. Jak and Daxter, the Precursor Legacy, is the first game to have implemented the idea of no loading screens, which means you can play the game from start to finish without ever having to sit through a singular loading bar. This adds to the immersion, and honestly is probably the reason you can sit there playing for hours without even checking the clock. Throughout your travels, you meet characters who give you mini games and quests to help them out in turn for, yeah, you guessed it, a power cell. Now this quest-connected idea isn't new. However, what makes this game unique is that all quests are interconnected in some way or another. You'll do tasks early in the game that you won't even realize that help you out later in the game to be able to use these techniques and these traits to be able to finish levels and beat bosses or even progress past different checkpoints. These symbiotic tasks make you think you're just helping someone out for a power cell, when in fact you're actually slowly building your rise. By completing these obstacles, you're able to slowly progress and build your way to the end goal of fighting the final boss and saving the world. Nowadays, games try to recreate such realistic places that you feel like you're in one big city, going through the exact same levels, not really knowing exactly where you are. That's not the case here. Just another reason why I love this game. Every level, every city, every obstacle, every task is just so different than the last, whether it be mechanics, obstacles, or even color scheme. You can show me a specific color scheme from any location in this map, and I would know exactly what level it's from. And no, that's not just because I'm a psychopath. From early Sentinel Beach, all the way to Lost Precursor City, down to Spider Cave and up to the Citadel. It all stimulates a different part of your brain. I feel like I'm actually traveling the world. Fictional world, that is. The melee mechanics, the zoomers, the flut, the bosses, they all give a sense of uniqueness, while all seamlessly integrating in the same storyline without you even realizing. This is what a good game looks like. And for a game geared mostly for children, it's not very easy. I mean, I'm 26 and I still had plenty of troubles and a little bit of rage on my way to saving the world. No. No. Speaking of saving the world, how sick is this scene where you finally get to harness the power of light eco after freeing all 4 sages in the final boss fight? I still get chills. The best part is Kira. The best part is there's no cookie cutter way to play this game. You aren't locked into a singular route, and you can explore the world as much as you'd like. Which adds to the fun when you randomly find that last power cell you need to move on. You meet cool characters, and not so cool characters.
On these here parts, everything that doesn't sink into the mud, that is.
Judging by the smell, I'd wager your bathtub sank in the mud long ago.
What's a bathtub?
The voice lines always get me. From start to finish, I had a blast, and it brought me back to the days of playing this at my parents' house, until all hours of the night, just to wake up and do the exact same thing again. Well, I'm sure there's a sense of personal bias and nostalgia with this one. I believe it's for good reason. If you weren't blessed enough to play this as a child, I urge you to check it out and let me know your thoughts. Not like they're gonna change my mind, but that's why, in my opinion, at the end of the day, Jak and Daxter and the Precursor Legacy is still, 21 years later, the best game ever created. If you guys made it all the way to the end, make sure you hit a like, subscribe, or else the big fish is gonna come get you. And one final shout out to the independent developer team that had to rewrite all this code and give us this masterpiece again in full HD. And just like always, till next time, booze out.